Hello.
Hey!
We are here for another Super Lucky's Tale dev stream. And we just so happen to have not one, but two of the developers of Super Lucky's Tale with us.
Really, it's Winnie that does all the work.
Yes.
Winnie is one of the most important developers we have here at Playful. Wouldn't you say?
Definitely. I mean, really, she's the one that keeps everyone together. You know,
If it weren't for her, we wouldn't ship anything.
there's no direction without Winnie.
Yeah.
So
Oh, she's even got treats. Oh,
She does have
Winnie
treats.
treats.
Winnie treats.
Winnie, are you too nervous for treats?
oh my god.
She's particular about when she eats them. We have like little pieces like all around the floor because she'll just leave them there for later.
Does she hide
And
them?
then people step on them. I don't know that she hides them.
Oh, my dog does that. He like has a bone and then he goes to hide it like in the cushion and then comes back for it later. So
See, my dog will collect socks and bring them to her like little bed. Socks and just
Collecting a
random
nest.
like things on the ground. Yeah, nesting.
What do you think Lucky would do with his treats?
Oh man. Well, if
Or-
I know
or do you think he would collect any weird items?
if I know one thing about Lucky, it's that he loves collecting stuff.
Yeah.
And he'll get his hands on everything he can
he'll
fit
burrow
into his
it
pockets.
deep down.
So yeah, burrow. Maybe he's got a secret burrow chamber.
I feel like he would probably try to hide them in the dirt.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Or share them. Maybe.
Maybe.
I like how we're reluctant to be like, oh, no, I don't know if he's a sharing
Once he's
type.
gotten, the Steam achievement, he'll share
I
that.
think he would share with his sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know.
I think that's a good point. Lucky loves Lyra.
Yeah, they're very
Or does he?
So it's Jesse. You've been on the stream before. Welcome back.
Thank you. Everybody else decided to like, I don't know, do work.
Yeah.
That's
well,
silly. What are you gonna do on a what day is today? On a
I don't know,
Wednesday.
on a Wednesday
Yeah,
in the middle of the
Just
day.
gotta
Just
stream.
relax.
Yeah.
But they can relax here. They don't know that.
To be fair, I did ask you guys to join like an hour ago, so it wasn't much notice. That's my bad. That's on me.
Variety's the spice.
So welcome everyone for joining us. We're seeing some comments here. Let's see.
Brian
Hello?
Caden says, "My mom's dogs are now staring at the screen intently."
Oh, that's wonderful.
adorable.
Winnie, you have some fans. Some canine fans out there loving you.
Mr. Creativerse, hey guys! He was like, he actually messaged me. He's like, you guys are late.
Oh.
He's like,
Yeah, he's one of like the super creative streamers who like streams it
Hello.
almost every day.
Almost every day, yeah.
Wow.
So welcome,
That's
guys.
exciting.
And which is great because we're actually cutting into his normal time, so he's doing that for us. I think.
Well, I told Barbara before the stream that we had to keep this one a little bit short today because I've actually got a doctor's appointment at 4 p.m. So.
This is what happens, kids, when you don't eat your apples.
I hate apples.
Apples are kind of bad. I don't know. Do you like apples?
apples are good. I wouldn't say that I eat apples frequently, though.
You know, what's the worst is the mealy apple, like the red delicious.
Oh,
mealy,
the red delicious, yeah.
when they're
That's
all
bad.
soggy in your mouth.
I like
Yeah, they gotta
the,
be crisp.
Yeah.
like a crisp gala apple.
Yes, scala or honeydew. That's I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So let's jump over to playing the game, and we'll try to keep our eye on the chats if you guys have any questions. Mr. Creator says, David, you are one of the sick ones at the office.
He's saying, are you? Are you?
am I one of the sick
yeah, they
ones?
heard about our like flu epidemic.
No, I was sick earlier this year, but I'm better now.
Same. So hopefully
Washing my hands
we're all right.
at least 30 minutes every time I wash my hands.
we learned our lesson.
Yeah.
Hey, random. Welcome to the chat.
And let me switch over to the game here.
We're
There we go.
always dealing with food controversies on this stream.
Food mistakes.
Food mistakes and where to find them.
That's what our stream is about. Is what is it? Fantastic food mistakes and how to catch them all.
We could also do that. We could just bring really gross things to eat for Jesse to eat, and then we could be like, "Oh no, you're rather picky, right?"
Yeah,
you
and
said,
I'm not.
yeah, not the person for that.
Okay. Mental note. It looks like we did this one. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
I
one
think
where
we
they were all the wormels were all very, very hot. So I want to do
Poor little worms.
They're just so defenseless.
Do they even have the necessary glands?
Like, can they even like regulate their own body?
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean, I haven't seen them burrow. I would hope that they can go under the ground.
That's true. Well, maybe now since Lucky's been in there burrowing around, maybe
He's, like,
he
created-
showed them the ropes.
Right.
And if they weren't burrowing before, they are now.
I think that if you guys were to update the game, you could give wormels the ability to go underground. That would be just a nice kindness that you could do to these characters you've created. I can't remember where that. I might be just completely blind, but I know there's a
Look at this elegant, like,
where the next level is.
I know.
I love that. So cute. What are you looking for, David?
I was just looking at comments to see,
Oh.
and I was also trying to see how I could get up here. I forgot. I don't think I can get up there yet, actually.
I saw one that's unrelated, but.
I-
Oh, we need plushies. I wonder if people would want Winnie plushies as well.
Winnie plushies.
Winnie is quite the popular character.
That would be fantastic.
We should bring her painting down next time so people can
Yes.
see how much
There's a
fandom there is.
glorious painting of Winnie. And on our Slack channels, we have a little Winnie icon reaction that's used quite frequently.
That's true. Winnie's like everywhere in the studio.
She was on the ornament for
She
our
was.
Christmas ornament. She was
I
running
didn't
through the
notice
snow.
that until I think you told
Someone
us last
pointed,
time.
yeah, I don't remember if it was me. I don't.
Was that Winnie?
Yes. Well, hi.
Winnie, what do you have something to say?
That was
She's like,
precious. I'm not gonna get over that for a long time.
Thank you for talking, Winnie. I really appreciate that.
Your mom's gonna be so excited you talked. Yeah.
Maybe her mom can come down here.
I wish that
get her.
Taylor would come down here. She's not. She gets a little camera shy.
She
she didn't
we
join
kind
us,
of have a running joke going where I keep
Yeah,
trying
we
to talk
tease
her into
her
it,
a lot.
and she keeps being like adamant that she'll never be on a live stream. So that's
Give
fine.
it, give it time.
It's a game we like to play here on Super Lucky's Tale dev stream. So okay, if anybody knows this, do you know where the Master Mittens 2D level is? Is it Stuck in Paradise? I don't think that's it, but I could be wrong.
Master Mittens.
The one where it's like 2D and they're shooting like cannons at you from their boat, and then you end up.
I do know.
Oh wait, is that it? I
I
think
don't know.
see
What does this
it.
sign up here say? It might give us a clue.
I think this might be it. 3 cannon salute.
That would make sense.
Yes. Yes, thank you. The Kraken is me. Just in time.
Ah.
Hello.
Excitement.
More people, yay!
When he talked on the live stream.
What?
Very cute.
She went-
She
She
yawned
did.
quite loudly.
Yep.
You get a growl song.
You gotta get her riled up. She's got her TV persona on now right now. You know.
She does. She's so good at that. She loves the camera, and the camera loves Winnie.
Yes.
Hey, Nick, have you
Hello.
been on a live stream?
Yes.
I did
Creatorverse
the,
update.
Yeah, I did whatever. Can't think of what it is now.
When we
The
launched?
holiday update. Yeah.
All you
Oh,
can
the holiday
remember
update,
were
right.
the nachos afterwards.
That's true.
So
I moved a
awesome.
Christmas tree.
Well, welcome back, Nick.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for joining us.
Nick is the one responsible for, if you ever caught that, Creatorverse Updates, our other game, and he actually brought a whole Christmas tree up here by himself,
Oh yeah.
and stole someone's, Brian's tinsel as well.
That was
Which
up here
I
for
did
like
give back.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like,
it was for like 6 weeks. It was up here, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I kept it like long after
I'm
because
not doing
I have to admit that I still have my Christmas tree up.
That's okay.
jobs. Just the
Yeah, nothing
lights
wrong
make
with
me
that.
really happy.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite levels.
I agree.
I love
I
the sunlight.
love this level. It's so beautiful.
Ian Jacobs did this, a lot of this, the set design on this one. He's one of the best artists in the studio.
I thought you were the best artist in the studio.
Yeah. I do odd jobs. You obviously don't know what I do.
I know it has something to do with lighting.
Yeah.
Can
I do
you-
a lot of lighting. Yeah.
Oh man, can it?
Jesse and I actually both do a lot of odd jobs.
Yeah, we
I'd
do.
say that's our good job description for both of us.
Anything and everything.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything all the time.
What is the oddest job you've done lately?
I don't know what would define odd.
Yeah, I think they're usually like weirdly described jobs to somebody that like doesn't make games.
So
It's like-
in other words, something that would be perfectly digestible on us for a live streaming audience.
Yeah.
Easily explained in 10 seconds.
Honestly, I don't even remember like all that I've done during
Right.
the last like 2 weeks.
I mean, there's lots of things like collision updates,
Yeah.
and lighting and effects and bug fixing and you know, like there's camera work and just all of these little things that kind of have to go into you know, making everything behave properly. That's neither art nor design, so it kind of has to go to a technical artist or a generalist of some sort, right? So, you kind of have to have a little bit of a knowledge of sort of all the parts to sometimes kind of fix these kinds of things. There's lots of things. I mean, even how how that wall fades away there when you collect the sea. You know, that's a shader that needs to do that particular thing. It needs a script that calls that. You know, it might cause a visual artifact with something behind it. So you have to kind of vet out those kind of problems.
I wish Winnie was my dog, but she's not my dog. One of our other artists on the team, Taylor, is Winnie's beloved mom, and she brings her into the office almost every day. And she's like our little mascot. She keeps us going. She's flinging her treats around. Yeah, so.
I think Winnie is so beloved that if Taylor for some reason ever like got another job somewhere else, we'd be like, okay, whatever, but Winnie's staying here.
Yeah, we would just have to like buy Winnie off her. Like, so like, I mean, I know she's
The
priceless,
price
but like
of
if we
Winnie would
had
be-
to put a marker
that
on.
would be a really dark day.
I know that.
Yeah. Trying to write that check.
I think Paul
Not
might be,
accepting
well,
it.
like
Yeah,
how much
In, like, a trench
would
coat.
it cost to clone Winnie? Like,
There you go.
maybe, we just gotta look into that.
It's
What
like
do
the
you say, we need
opposite.
2 more?
The opposite of a severance package. Somebody just asked, why isn't her owner on the stream? I think we explained
That
that.
is a great question.
I think we.
Why don't
I
we
think
get
we
her
covered
over
that.
here?
Yeah,
she can
just so
answer.
I can ask her.
Is she watching?
I don't know.
I don't.
She's,
I don't.
She, 'cause she
She's
knows
very
we're gonna
camera
talk
shy. That's why she's not here.
Right. She's
So
and she's
I
also
just
one of those
stole
people.
Winnie for the live stream.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Of course. She was running around looking like she wanted something to do, and I was like, well, we got something to
Let's
do.
live stream.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Winnie, you're always welcome to join us.
Taylor, Winnie's mom, is also one of these sort of. She's probably one of the biggest influences for a lot of the art
Really?
in Lucky's Tale. Like she has single-handedly drawn almost every character, prop, and world and everything that even all the ideas that didn't make it through. She's thousands and thousands of drawings, and she's also done a ton of the decoration in many of the scenes, if not all the scenes. She's probably touched every single scene in there.
Her concept art alone is just really
it's
beautiful.
So much character.
I mean, I want to frame the concept art.
So much credit goes to Taylor Tower, and she's amazing.
And she's really humble about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Which
just,
is
like-
probably why she doesn't want to be here
Yeah.
when we're
Yeah,
talking
she
about
didn't
it.
She didn't want to talk about all these things she made.
She's like, oh, I don't know, I
She's
just
like,
dabbled in
"It's
something.
fine. I did a thing here and there.
Oh, that banana, I guess that was me.
That's okay. We'll do it for you, Taylor.
Yeah.
Yep. we'll just talk about her.
Yes.
This whole stream.
The stream that's dedicated to Taylor.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should
love
like
this cinematic.
we should call like the stream title be like dedicated to Taylor.
I mean, all these really dirty,
just turns red as soon as
ridiculous
she sees the
characters
title.
are her, you know, definitely her doing.
And so not just at the concept level, does she touch it beyond that?
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
does a lot of the scene decoration. So she does tons of prop placement and
Building of the
building
levels.
of things. She'll make props here and there. She works on UI. She works on
Awesome.
everything.
That is so cool.
The lighting in this level is just my favorite.
Oh,
It's
gorgeous.
just
Yeah,
like a little,
it's lovely.
mesmerizing.
What's up, awesome? Yeah, welcome to the stream.
Hey.
Hello, need to playtest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're
All right. Well,
After the stream?
out. You found 10 minutes? All right. Cool.
We're gonna wrap up in like 20 minutes if that's okay.
Oh yeah, there it is on my phone. Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh crap. It's because we started later than we were
I
planning.
know.
On, just in case
I feel so guilty.
Taylor was gonna join us, and I blame
okay.
Bruno for that. It's all Bruno's fault.
Are you playtesting with Bruno?
I guess I did.
No, he was saying that Taylor wanted to join, and I was
Okay.
like, "Are you serious? She never wants to."
No,
join.
I'm just saying that Bruno's like the kind of guy that like he'll just work up until you're like, hey, I'm here. So like if
Oh.
you're playtesting with it, he won't notice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't tell him. It's
Yeah, we
on
just
live
won't tell
stream.
him.
It's fine.
Hey, wait. Who in the chats is that?
That's me.
Oh. Oh, I don't.
I'm just gonna say it. When it's heard,
Winter.
they're claiming that they did make that banana.
I don't know if that's like a witty, hey, I'm Taylor, or if it is.
Or if it's like Dan. I feel like that's something Dan would
he
do.
made like a secret account.
Yeah, it's like Dan's secret account. Nice try,
I
Dan.
feel like Dan probably has like 4.
He's like, they keep ignoring me on my main one, so.
They figured out my alias, so I must make yet another.
Speaking of Commissar, are there any questions or any interesting things we should call out?
You
Oh,
saying
on
from
what?
us, or-
Yeah. If you guys can, I'm like,
Oh, trying to focus.
I would love to like
Oh, right,
one eye
right.
here and one eye on chat, but I can't do that yet.
Who made the
Not yet.
SLT promo artwork? So, like the.
That's probably like
cover?
a handful of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Taylor did some of the early concepting, and then we have an awesome branding team that we hand a lot of stuff over to.
Your playtest is not with me.
Okay.
Are you listening?
Just so that you know. And they've got a pretty strict timetable. It's with the QA guys.
Okay.
And that one's pretty important.
In
Sorry.
second. Okay. I'll.
Just ruining all our fun, Bruno.
Hey, Bruno, can you take Barbara's place?
Yeah. Welcome to live.
We can switch. Hey guys, I gotta go.
All right. Well, thank you for
wow.
joining us. Oh, you're gonna stay,
Oh,
Bruno?
Bruno's
Yes,
gotta
Bruno.
be on the stream now.
All right.
Thank you for
Bruno.
subbing in. Hi, Bruno.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm about to play. I'm about to try to defeat Lady Meowmalade.
Ooh, this one's a good one.
And the really difficult achievement that people like to kind of complain about, not complain about, but just it gets a lot, it's a controversial achievement, is the one where you can defeat her without being hit.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Good luck.
Yeah.
I think that Eric Stoll probably designed
Yeah.
that achievement.
And I tested it, and it's hard. It's very hard.
Someone was asking about how we get these shadows. I'm guessing you're probably referring to like the
Which shadows?
the palm trees and things like that.
Oh yeah,
Those are baked.
Yeah,
baked lighting.
it's just baked lighting. So you just set up the system, and then you can tell different objects whether or not they should cast shadows. And then if they do, you kind of get this effect in here, and we bake the lights and make sure that it looks how it should and all of that.
So you get that nice soft kind of look on everything too.
Yeah. So you can adjust how harsh that shadow is.
So maybe you could explain for the viewers, not for me, because I totally know what it means.
Yeah.
But what does baking the lighting mean?
It basically is taking kind of expensive light data and taking all that. I know she just won't stop moving. It's taking all of the expensive light data and calculations, and then sort of rendering that to a texture that then gets applied to the surfaces.
So it kind of lives there. It doesn't have to be dynamic
Yeah,
anymore.
correct. Yeah, this is not like you can see how Lucky has his own little shadow,
Right.
And then that follows him. That's generated differently, and then you have all the baked data that will.
So basically, that doesn't move or react to things. It's kind of just there all the time. As like, hey, this is what we know we want it to look like, so we're gonna bake that data in so that we don't have to worry about it, or it's not gonna cost us a lot of stuff, so that we can use that performance for
Better frame rates?
Yeah, better frame rates for gameplay and things like that.
There's a third one too.
Yeah, there's a little blob shadow on that.
Blob shadow. Did you guys talk about that one already?
No.
Oh, where?
On any of the little
On the
characters.
little like
So that-
seagulls.
So those are kind of like a halfway point, not necessarily completely.
He's on a microphone.
Not completely dynamic, but not completely static either. They're pretty awesome. Yeah,
that's
that
like
would be a
what would be
blob
on the
shadow.
fish.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So for
cool.
like little creatures that will move around, like our little ambient guys will kind of just hobble around the scene. So their little shadow will follow
Even
them.
all the coins, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a big helps you with your depth perception as well when you're playing on a flat screen like this.
Completely necessary.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to have that little shadow there to kind of let you know, like, hey,
Where
there's
it
something
is
on
in
the
space.
above the ground. But if you kind of jump to that shadow, you're gonna hit it a lot of times.
Do you get a lot of viewers talking about the Switch?
No. I think we tend to just ignore those because we can't talk about anything. So, let's see. Any limitations have you guys run into using Unity? Moss Dog asks. Is Unity everything you want it to be, or is there
How
something?
much time we have?
Yeah. No kidding. I think any engine that you work in.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of positives and there's a lot of negatives to Unity. It
Yeah.
really is a point of debate all the time. Among developers, among non-developers, there's a lot of positives to Unity, and there's things that they need to work on for sure.
Yeah. Out of the box, I think it's probably more manipulatable. Is that a word?
Sure.
It's easier to manipulate than a lot of other engines that I've worked in personally. But out of the box, it's not as performant as, let's say, Unreal or any of those other ones, I would say.
Depending on what you want to do, right?
Yeah. That's true.
You got to give it some love, but it does a lot of really great things that are, like you said, like user-friendly, easy to pick up on, and things like that. So, I mean, I don't know that there is a perfect game engine out there. Yeah, I think that.
I was like, is that
No
the safe
chaser.
zone?
No.
Well, I already lost my chance to get the achievement, unless I die. Start over.
Oh, have you talked about the grass fish?
I was just about to say that. That's my term,
Fish grass?
Fish grass.
So great.
Or I don't know if it was something that maybe I said or Sketch said, and it just stuck. And now they're even using it on another project. Yeah, that's kind of funny. And you brought up that term, and I was like, oh man, you're using the phrase fish grass.
You should explain what it is.
So we had to have a crowd in this boss battle here. It's just Meowmalade's putting on a concert, and so we needed quite a big audience to watch her. Unfortunately, with that, if you start throwing in a bunch of animated characters in a scene, dozens of them, that's pretty. That kind of slows the performance down quite a bit, and so your frame rate's going to be hit. And then
Very expensive.
yeah, and
is what
with all these lasers and dance floors and those kinds of things, you need to hop around quite a bit. When having the frame rate really nice and smooth when you're doing something like this. So we kind of came up with this idea that we could basically move the fish around in the same way that our grass is waving in the world. And so it uses the same tech, just on a higher density model. So it is one of our characters, but they don't have all of the bones and animation data that they would normally have in the rest of the world. So it's basically just a bobbing up and down and wiggling around. And of course now you're probably watching, you know, Cawthon is probably watching.
I know, I'm trying to look at
Fish,
both.
right, as I'm talking about it instead of the
Crap, I'm done. Nope, I'm not done.
We basically just made the fish blades of grass.
Yep.
More or
They
less.
just bob and wiggle.
And it's such a beautiful, elegant solution. I love it.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yep.
This is hands down the best boss battle in the game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
So good.
Super fun.
I think all of us had such a good time working on this
DLC.
DLC. Yeah, for Gilly Island. This is we were coming off of shipping the game and just kind of having all the knowledge of how to do everything right. After going through the whole pace.
I mean, it was a bittersweet. The size of our team shrunk
That's
considerably.
Right. That's right.
So we had to do more with less, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was off on
Leak
on
the fishes are
creativers.
simply grass. Yes, tell the world our secrets.
Look, there it is, the grass
there it is,
fish.
bobbing.
Fish crash.
Fish crash.
Crash. Say that fast 5 times. Yeah, this is just such a cool scene. I love the set piece of it, like everything. I don't even want
And
to
the
go in.
stereos and like the music, so like audio did like an awesome job with this boss.
I remember when I heard that we were going to do this like big dance club scene. It was kind of odd because it felt like I always felt like the world of Lucky's Tale was more of a I don't know, like a medieval technology. It's like or somewhere around steampunk kind of vibe, right? And so when I heard that we were going to do this like very club, kind of modern day club scene in this thing, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so ridiculous. It's going to just not fit at all. It's never going to work, And then you see it when it's all done, and you're just like, oh, I guess this is Lucky's Tale now. Like you just want to see more, just silliness going on. Of course, that started with the Guardian Trail.
Nick,
Yeah.
Lucky's Tale equals steampunk.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
New insider.
Yep.
Yeah, we're giving you some juicy details this
Yep.
time around.
Yeah. Well, I do we did say up front that we have to cut this one a little short. But maybe we could give a quick preview of Guardian Trials, which we will do next time.
This was my favorite tour guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had an even smaller team.
Yep.
Yeah.
The other designer had
Like
a kid.
five people or something.
It's like one designer,
So it
two
was
artists.
like Bruno, and then like Bruno, and then Bruno were like all the designers.
So this is all you.
No.
We did have
You're
to
like
get some
sitting there
outside help, which was necessary, yeah, because it was a lot of work for.
So
The bandwidth we had.
for those of you who actually played Lucky's Tale 1 and watching on the stream right now, this is Lucky's home, or at least a kind of a new interpretation of Lucky's home. Some of the items actually are present in the first Lucky's Tale in his little home. So you can see his little circular door there, his house, and the big tree that he was out under in that home. So.
Which we should totally play Lucky's Tale 1 after we're done.
It's a little hard to watch though because you're in VR, so it's one of those questionable.
Well, I could have you to help me guide me through the process
Sure, yeah.
on stream.
Yeah, don't move your head ever for our viewers.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the area which apparently was 100% developed and created by Bruno. Here.
No.
Thank you, Bruno.
Eric worked on this too.
Did you hear Bruno's an animator now? Did you hear he does audio now?
I love the soundtrack.
He modeled everything.
The soundtrack of this
From scratch.
This whole DLC was so good.
Yeah.
Robbie
man,
Ratpoison, believe is one of our speedrunners, says that there's a nice coin glitch. Is there a coin glitch in here where you can get
Where? I'd like to know.
Yeah, call it out if you know where it is.
show us the bug so we can fix it.
Yeah, you might not want to call it out.
Right? Do you like this bug? Or do you
Sometimes
not
the
like
bugs are a really good laugh, though.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that Eric Stoll made were those lockers there that you open up. I'm wondering if that's the coin glitch.
Let's go check it out. Yeah, so each of these three guys in this DLC are like trying to train me to be a guardian, right? Mm-hmm. So we've seen 2 of them now. Ah, I wonder if this is the coin glitch.
Oh, he's saying something else. No?
Oh, I guess I collected a handful without. So it was more like a collection.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
Okay. Find the water well in the level, says Winnie Turd.
We're debating who that is.
Thanks, Burke.
Taylor.
Yeah, it's Taylor.
Well, we thought
Should
maybe
we be
Dan or
saying?
something.
No, Dan is
The crack.
that one, yeah.
Unless it's his secret account.
Well, I mean, who knows how many accounts Dan has?
Probably in the hundreds at this point.
Yeah. He's like, who do I feel like being?
It's definitely Taylor. So
She
it's,
says maybe.
Maybe.
yeah.
So what's the deal
Way to
with the
give it
water
away.
well?
So the water well was in Lucky's Tale, the original, and Dan didn't want it in there because it wasn't interactive, and Burke, the art director, wanted it in there because I think he made it. He
Yeah,
really
he made
likes
it.
it,
Yeah.
and so he's been trying to sneak it into like a
We
lot
had
of
to cut
places.
it. Yeah, we had to cut it from the original Lucky's Tale at
So
the last minute.
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's in here?
Uh huh.
Oh,
You
I
need to
can't
go
get
the
it
other
in
way.
here. Oh, the other way. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Broken Stitch. You should check them out. They're pretty fun.
So it's this back and forth battle between Dan Hurd, aka the Kraken is me, and Burke.
Burke. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to know what it's like working here, it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
much
these are the little tiny
Okay,
scaled
well,
wriggles from the first game as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where
The
is it?
creepy
I think
ones.
it's there. It is. Right there.
Okay,
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, there you go.
That little thing. That's from the original Lucky's Tale.
right there.
Uh-huh. That tiny little.
He wants
fall down.
everybody to appreciate that well.
It is a beautiful well. I'm gonna go back up there and look at it one more time before we quit.
adorable. I think that is also its original intended size.
Still not interactive.
And
That's
honestly,
great.
if I was the director of this
That's
game, I don't know
advertising.
how I could pass that well up. You know?
Oh, I didn't notice that. Those wriggles.
Still not
Yeah, that's what I
interactive.
said.
Those wriggles are the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
They're little tiny
Yeah.
baby wriggles, aren't they adorable? I think we called them Wrigglies.
Yeah.
Wrigglies.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you want to play, if you want to see these guys, they are in the original Lucky's Tale 1 for the Oculus, which we're totally going to stream at some point.
There's some other. I think there's some other Easter eggs. Oh yeah, Pigsy and Leafy are right there.
Oh,
In
yeah,
stuffed
yeah.
animal form on the box
From
there.
yeah,
So our
Creativerse.
Creativerse fans will recognize these guys.
The coins. They have little skulls on them. I'm not sure.
This
They were
whole
for
little
Spookington.
tree house is like
Yeah,
a
that's right.
total little Easter egg hunt. All
Yeah.
sorts of things.
Cause see, there's some posters from
That's
Spookington
right.
in there.
Yeah.
The coins are there.
Yeah.
Did Wonderwolf make the?
There's
Make the house.
Wonderwolf.
I don't see Wonderwolf. He is in Lucky's home.
Right.
In the
in
original.
right.
Wow, this is super fun to just look at this stuff with you guys.
The cabinet.
Where's the cabinet?
Oh,
Taylor wants us to explain the cabinet.
the game.
Oh, the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you guys not know? So we had was it a Make-A-Wish?
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Yes. We made that in his honor.
Yeah, so those are
'cause
his
those-
initials. He
yeah.
has the high score.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
He was a neat little.
So he came when we were still developing this DLC, or maybe we were working on DLC 2. I don't recall, but yeah, he came in and we got to spend a whole day with him. And so before he came to see us, we kind of put in this little Easter egg for him. So yeah, super cute.
For our Creativerse
So cool.
players watching on the stream, in Creativerse we made a basically a speed potion for Jimmy. Actually, Jimmy was helping sort of design we basically asked him like what superpower would he want, and so we made him a potion in Creativerse in his what he wants.
Yeah, that was such a cool thing that we did, which was like about in May or April of last year.
Almost a year ago.
I think we've talked about it before, but if you're new, a kid who was in the Make-A-Wish program, his wish was to come to a video game studio and find out how games were made, and so he got hooked up with us, and it was just such a wonderful event that brought the whole studio together and a bunch of people in the community. And we've been getting like updates from his parents ever since he came, and it's just so cool to see like the progress he's made and to see like how we actually made an impact on his life and helped him a lot. So I'm gonna change my costume here. Why you guys got to make these things so expensive? I want the hat.
Despite you in particular.
Okay.
This
enough.
DLC has the most amount of currency, so yeah.
So it's easy to earn the monies.
I think that's
It might even rain down sometimes.
if you complete certain levels.
We'll have to find out next time. Though.
Sneak preview for next time. I'm gonna go ahead and switch us back. Get Bruno in there. A couple folks on our YouTube chat are asking about promo codes. We don't have any today. I believe we're doing a Playful verse tomorrow. We might have some then. If not, we'll have some soon. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining our stream. And thank you, all three of you, for sitting here and talking about such cool like behind the scenes stuff. I think like a lot of people will just really enjoy that.
For sure, and we had to make sure that Winnie had her moment of stardom as well, so maybe she'll be running by a couple more live streams down the road.
That would be wonderful. I'd love to have Winnie back. Well, let's see. Any final questions? Okay, Eagle Storm 13, you're welcome for the stream, and thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Oh, and before we go, we'll probably, one last thing, we'll probably find somebody to raid. Maybe somebody who's playing Super Lucky's Tale. So this would be for Twitch. So you may see us send you over to someone else if we can find anyone playing the game. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later. See you next time.